Hey everyone, just doing a quick video here. Well, actually it's not going to be a quick video, but just wanted to do a little bit of a Halo 2 challenge here. I know there's no achievement to this, there's no like real accomplishment, no sense of pride and accomplishment, but yeah, back in the day before Halo 2 had achievements, we used to just do challenges just for the hell of it. In fact, the idea of LASO never even actually existed in Halo 2. That was actually pretty hard to get because you had to do some saving profile stuff to save each skull effect. But back in the day, people just did different things and tried to challenge themselves, even before there was like the Windows version of Halo 2 to do achievements. People just made their own kind of achievements to try and do. Like, I think back in the day I used to try to see if I could hijack every single Banshee on the one Heretic mission and see if I could just do it, just hijack every Banshee just from jumping from one Banshee to another. And so I thought it would be kind of cool because you guys may have seen some of my videos that I did LASO runs for the demo mission, which don't really count because of the fact that it's very scripted and you can't even die. So yeah, but I thought it was funny just to try it out. So this time around, I just wanted to see if it was even possible to do the cut mission Alpha Moon on LASO Difficulty, because it had no gameplay design really behind it. It was just kind of like what the Dixie team was able to put together from the information that they had. But it made me wonder, is it even possible to do on LASO? So I decided, why not? Let's try it out. So I put all the skulls on that count as LASOs in the regular LASO playlist, and I decided to see if we could give this a shot. And I was able to successfully do it, and so this video is going to be showing me how exactly I did it and every step that I took, and maybe certain people could try and beat me, because at least for right now this is the limitation of what I know. Maybe someone else can make a better attempt at it, do it quicker and find it even faster, and just do it for the fun of it. Even though there's no real major accomplishment, there's no like, you know, speed run being kept or anything. Especially my video is going to be pretty long. It's not even going to be attempt to speed run. It's just to show you the steps that I was able to do it in, and maybe someone like Jervalin or some other popular LASO runners could, you know, beat my record. But for the time being, let's get started here. Now this mission has a lot of Halo 2 feels to it, because something you're gonna notice right away is it has a very Halo 2 Gravemind kind of intro. If you guys ever played Legendary Gravemind, the very start of it is brutal. Even just on Legendary, not even LASO, but Legendary, you're already getting attacked. In this case, that is very much the case. And what's gonna happen here when I start this is you're gonna want to immediately go to your left and cloak and do the steps I need to jump out of the map, because those elites and grunts will just immediately attack you otherwise if you stay put.
Their defenses are strong, but our lords are with you today, Arbiter. No one else survived the first drop.
Yeah, you see them down there? They already noticed me and they're already...
The Heretic's defenses are formidable. Our attack cannot proceed until you have eliminated their heavy weapons.
Okay, so I'm gonna go here, camo, jump, crouch,
Your
jump,
stealth armor is operational.
jump. It's okay if we take a few hits because we can get it back.
The hazards
One of
on
the
this
really
move will degrade
cool
its
parts about this map
effectiveness. Use caution.
is it's very similar to some of the other Halo 2 maps that you will play if you do a LASO run, where there's ways to get your health back pretty easy. It's kind of funny just seeing that thing fire. Don't worry, these 3 cannons are just, they're scripted to shoot in certain places. You don't have to worry about them, whereas the other cannons you do kind of have to worry about. But we are going to skip almost the majority of the enemies in this game, and it's going to be kind of cool. The only thing that I have not found a really good solution on is 2 different sections that I'll show you that kind of became tricky, and you will see me do a lot of restarts because I get my ass kicked pretty hard trying to do this. So there is ways to work around. I've tried my best, but there's just one section where it's like you can get out of the map, but it's just gonna take forever. So it's easier just to get a ghost, but you gotta bait a ghost to come and get you. And then when you guys want to do the final boss fight, then there's some tricky stuff that happens. But yeah, so follow here. You're gonna, this invisible platform is safe. You can jump on it. It just doesn't have any texture on it. What you're gonna want to do eventually is near the end of the battle, you need to have certain weapons. And what I use is a plasma pistol and a carbine. That's my weapons of choice. Right now I have a plasma pistol and a plasma rifle. I'm going to swap that out for the carbine later. But I'll actually first get a fuel rod because I got to take out certain enemies later on. But for right now, you just got to follow this path. What we're doing is we're going to hit a load zone trigger. So this trigger triggers the two halves of the outdoor section. So right now we're playing the first half of the outdoor section, and when we trigger it, we'll load the second half. This little area is going to become very important, and you got to remember how to trigger it. I always forget how to load the first half, but the second half is pretty easy. I figured it out by accident when I was just exploring the outside of the map. So let's see, right about here, jump down, go down here, keep going. What you need to be careful of is you could easily fall off if you're not being careful. You can go over here though, like right this, you're not going to fall off the edge. But you see that tunnel right there? Oops, yeah, right there. There's a trigger loading when you go to and from. So what you're going to want to do is right here, you come over here, and then you're looking for this thing right here. So jump down right here, and so right about where there's like this shadow part, right before this part, it load back here. I'm gonna walk backwards just to see. We don't have the loading thing that shows up the loading text. There we go. But you can see when it loads. So we go like this, and now we're over here. The other loading zone is somewhere on this little ledge, but it's kind of hard to hit. Oh, and I always keep forgetting this, but once you load the section, you're going to need to come all the way over here. You can't fall down. I mean, maybe someone can find a better way of falling down, but I don't want to fall down from the timer. As you can see, that's a little too high. So what we're going to do is just go all the way up. So, yeah, there's going to be just a lot of this, and this is why at one point I just grab a ghost, because it's painfully slow going back and forth. And so you just keep going along this route. Just be careful. Like I've several times fallen trying to attempt this because I just missed my step. So you can go here. I think this is not walkable. Yeah. So just keep walking here. The interesting part is, unlike a lot of other Halo 2 LASO missions, this is pretty straightforward. There's not too much loading sections and stuff like that and invisible areas, so you're pretty good if you just follow the route I do. Maybe someone can find a faster one, but this is just more straightforward, and for the most part you can see where you're going. And if you have played Halo 2 LASO, then you'll know all the tricks needed. Oh, be careful not to jump too high, because I don't want to hit that timer. Okay, just trying to speed up this descent. Okay. So yeah, here we go. You can walk anywhere around here. You're pretty good. There's nothing you're actually going to trigger. Originally I thought I triggered something wrong in one of my attempts, but it was actually because I just kind of got too close to the inside of the map somewhere else. But you're pretty good here. So there's another section here. This is actually where the second set of cannons spawn. We're never going to have to worry about this section at all, other than I think when we go to pick up some weapons, but I'm not sure if it's in this section or another section further down. But yeah, you just follow here. What we're doing is going to the second major vehicle boss fighting area, or not boss fighting, but like second heavy vehicle combat area. which is gonna be like I think 2 ghosts, 3 wraiths, 2 banshees, and a bunch of shade turrets. And seriously, trying to do this lasso, playing it normally, not trying to find ways out of the map, good luck with that. You just get completely hosed down. So here we go. We're just gonna go over here and jump around. Every time I attempted this, I found like closer and closer spots that we can go. So I got pretty confident on running this route. After I found I was able to complete it, I found the good parts, like kind of jump down and stuff. So even though the first tunnel section over there we could walk on top of, the second one you can't. You have to go through the tunnel. At least from what I found, there's no workaround. So this is that boss area. I keep calling it a boss area, but it's just tons of vehicles. It's not even like the second biggest one. There's another one where the final one where it's 3 wraiths, 2 cannons that actually will target you, and 2 ghosts, and 2 shade turrets, and 1 spirit. Let's see, how close are we getting to the end? Yeah, we're almost there. Yeah, this is it right here. I bet. Was I looking over there? Yeah. This is the actual final area right here. So just keep walking along. Just to be safe, I think I'm going to come over this way because I think there's a little bit of a trick trying to get over here. I think you could, in theory, get over there and jump down, but I'm just going to go the route that I go. It may be longer, but it's just a little bit easier. Yeah, I don't think I can climb back up on that side, so I'm going to have to go all the way here. Sure, if Alien is even seeing this, he's probably gonna laugh at just like how much time I'm wasting. But yeah, just keep going down this way, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go behind that rock. But yeah, there's just a lot of things that if you've been LASO 2 runs, you're pretty much gonna know, like, oh, that start kind of reminded me of Gravemind, and oh, these boss fight despawn sections kind of remind me of was it the second to last Covenant mission on a couple of those. But yeah, we're gonna be skipping a lot of this. You're never gonna really fight too many characters or enemies. I think out of total, there's 1 encounter, like the very beginning encounter, you're trying to run away from the heretics. The second one, you gotta do kind of the same thing. It's really tricky. You gotta be quick, and I think if you do try to go for the ghost, you are gonna have to deal with that section, which is extremely tough. And you might see me get a little bit frustrated with that, but I'm probably gonna steal the ghost because I don't want to take forever doing this. But if you don't, then you can avoid that. And then there's a few other sections too that you might have like small engagements, but for the most part, I think you're only gonna ever engage like, I think like, I'm trying to think, maybe 2 times you ever actually really engage the enemy, and one of them is kind of unfair because you're going to be mowing them down with a banshee. But what this mission is going to require a lot of is a lot of despawning. So what we're doing is avoiding certain checkpoints and trying to despawn the enemy. So we're going to go here, go down here, go down here. As you can see, none of the enemies have spawned in. Pretty cool. Now, what we gotta do is we have to go through this tunnel. But first, before we go through the tunnel, I'm just gonna get some shields. And depending on the object that you're meleeing, requires more hits than some. So this one's a pretty big piece, so it requires more hits, but if you have smaller pieces, you can actually destroy them really quick. So I forgot which mission it is. It's the one where you have to go try to get Regret, but then Regret already kind of like is already killed by the flood. But you have to go back through the entire area. It's flood infested. You can destroy those little flood spore things on the walls. This is kind of like the same thing. You kind of just melee these things. Okay, so I destroyed 2 of them. I already had a full shield, so yeah, I should have ×2 overshield now. So we're gonna go through here. Eventually, at some point, it is going to load the second section. What we want to do is stick to our right, and we have to be very careful about this. So what we need to do is we need to go up this little side route here, and we need a camo twice, and we got to be careful because a lot of them have fuel rod guns. So right about here. Okay, camo. Okay, camo. Get ready for the new camo. Come on, come on, come on. Camo. Go around the corner. Okay. Okay, we're pretty good here. Now, the next part we have to do is run up here. This kind of path right here. To the top. Let's go. Oh shit. Where is it? Oh, where did I go? I went somewhere here. Oh, right here, my bad. Okay. Now you're pretty good. Just stick to the right. So we're going to run through here, and we're going to run to the final boss area. So we skipped all this right over here. And this is the final boss area, right over past that shield thing. So we're going to go all the way around. Yeah, I usually have no problems getting around those AI, but that time I really kind of just choked on it. Okay, so we're going to keep going. Okay, so we're gonna go around here. There's probably ways you can follow down back into the map. I'm not sure if you can see from here, but there's a fuel rod down there. You can possibly get it later, but there's a few others you can also get. We're not really gonna focus too hard on the fuel rod, though. And what we're gonna do is go all the way around the map. I can't remember if you have to go that way around or if we can go down this way. But the way you fall back in is the way you fall back into the map is you gotta kind of go to where the structure is, to where you kind of came in, where you go to have your final boss fight. So, sorry, the fog's loading in, so you can't see very well. But right over there, those little tubes that you see where the final boss room is going to be, that is where we have to fall down on that structure. And no, you can't just go straight to the room and spawn in the final boss fight. As cool as that would be, you can't do that. So yeah, we're gonna just follow this route all the way around. There's technically some other areas you possibly could jump down from, but I'm not gonna try and do that. So we'll just keep going. Part of me is like even wondering if I should do a LASO run on the Halo CE, like cut little demo mission. I don't know, part of me does not even want to attempt it because I always thought Halo CE Legendary alone was kind of bullshit, but yeah, let's see. And one of the things I never liked about Halo CE LASO is you can't pick up the Covenant weapons. But at least the good part is that you could use a lot of human weapons to reload. So yeah, and you can just do like the infinite reloading glitch, I think, but you don't have any infinite ammo, so kind of like you gotta be careful when you do your reloads to make sure you do them right, so you don't start eating into your reserves. Oh wait, that's right, we gotta go down this way a bit. Be careful around here, you could slide off, but I haven't had any of those issues, but just be careful, because it's still too far of a drop it, you'll die from the fall timer. Again, I was pretty surprised that I could even do this. I didn't even think it was going to be possible. I spent like just hours wandering this map, seeing if it was even possible. So let's see, right about here. So what we want to do, we can fall down here. We just got to be careful, but you can go down here, and then just fall down again, and then just right onto here, and then boom, boom, boom. And just telling you something in advance, when you do come back and you do the despawn on these enemies, the spirit could possibly still be alive, so be careful about that. But we're going to go over here now and get our shields back, so I'm going to destroy 3 of these just to make sure I get everything back. But again, find the smaller, rubble, debris, objects, because they're quicker destroying, get you the same amount of health back. And I'll tell you what, the final boss fight, it's not the hardest boss fight, but it is extremely hard, to do. And if there's a faster way, I'm all for it. But I tried every strat, and it was pretty hard to beat them. One of the things you can kind of do is, with the ample amount of grenades all over the place, is you could try and stick them, which is what I did to the second to last enemy in the first time I succeeded doing this. When you stick them, they drop their weapons and aggro and try to melee you, but they don't have a weapon, so it makes it even easier. But then you run the risk of the other enemies coming up and getting you. One more of these, just so I can be sure. Don't worry, there's plenty of these all over the map. Actually, no wait, I don't even need to do that. Silly me. Actually no wait, I'm gonna do it just because what I'm about to do. Okay, so I might even change a little bit of my strat while doing this video. So what's gonna happen here is there's 2 cannons that are gonna spawn with 2 shade turrets next to them. There's gonna be 2 ghosts somewhere nearby. There's gonna be 3 wraiths, and then you're gonna have 3 of your allies spawn right about over there, but they can't do anything. Like, they don't have vehicles, nothing. They kind of just sit there as a distraction, and that's about it. That's all they do. And so what you're gonna do here is you're gonna trigger the spawn event that's going to start it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run back and get the ghost. I'll die probably a few times trying to bait them, but it's easier than trying to run the rest of this map. But yeah, I'm going to show you though what you're supposed to do, or what you could do to get out with the grenade as well. So we're going to go over here. As you can see, I believe I triggered it. So now if I come over here, you're gonna see the boss fights. The only problem is that these cannons are already targeting you across the map.
Our vehicles will not help us.
You gotta have to be quick too, because the wraiths are gonna show up too. So you kind of have to come on over and jack these vehicles while they're distracted. Oh god! Come on! Come on! Come on! Oh no! 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 Come on! Come on! Come on! God damn! This is so fucking hard. God damn, this is a lot harder than it looks. This is not fun. This section and the final boss section are the ones that I have to constantly redo because I keep messing it up. Yeah, it's unfortunate. These cannons keep targeting me right away, so there's no easy solution to get around. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. There we go. And I can get my shields back doing this real quick, so hold on 1 second. So funny, they use a jackal shield for this. If you still have lost your shields,
the will of the prophets guides his hands.
If you lose your shields, you can destroy a lot of these objects nearby and to get it back. I thought there was a way to sneak up this route when I was testing it out, but I guess it doesn't really work that well. And you just slide all the way back down. I tried to do some grenade jumps, but it's a little valley area. I did manage to one time get through it, but I was using the acrophobia, and I think the friction allowed it for me to get up there that normally you couldn't get up there. So because of that, it didn't really work as good. But I'm gonna show you guys how to get back out of the map if you were to just walk in. I want to be careful because I don't want to trigger the spawns. But what you would do here is you would jump over here, jump over to here, then jump on here, and do a grenade jump onto there, and then you do the grenade jump to get over there. On top of that, actually, yeah, you grenade jump on top of that to get to there, and then grenade jump there to get up to there, and that's how you'd get out of the map. But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna just find a normal way out, or find the ghost way out, which is not too hard. There's pretty much any kind of valley thing that you try and go on top of, you can get out of, which is right here is perfect. Oh yeah, that's right. This is how I got up last time. Right over here. Oh, hold on 1 second. There we go. Now we're up. And there we go. We're out. And now that we have a ghost, this is going to speed up a lot faster. Because trying to walk it is just slow as hell. Yeah, this is the spot right here. You would have jumped up, you would have grenade jumped over to here, I think. So, yeah. But, yeah. What we want to do is we just want to be careful going around. Don't want to trigger the enemies to spawn in. So I'm going all the way over here. And what I'm going to do is fall back slowly so I don't go too fast in. Actually, I can go a little bit. Actually, I can go right over here and fall back. But what I want to do is be very careful not to trigger the enemy spawn in. And then we go through here. And we're going to do another load. Technically it's like 3 sections, because the third area is over there, there's the second area, and then we're going to go all the way back to the first area, but we're back. And again, you know, I'm just going to break one more just to be safe. I don't know how much damage I actually took. I just want to be extra safe. But what we're going to do now, let's see, so I gotta be careful going through here. Don't want to cause any triggers, but I just stay right over here pretty much. And then we go up, through here, and I believe this is where I will start getting, yeah, I believe I start getting ammo for my fuel rod, so yeah. Yep, here we go. I'm gonna go up here and get 1 fuel rod. And you also get some plasma pistols on here too. And make sure to do a reload. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this guy. And I'm trying to remember how far we go up here. Okay, so we want to go up here. We're pretty okay. I'm trying to remember how far up we can go before we spawn in the enemy. I think, if I recall correctly, we almost go all the way through. No, that's right, yeah, we go all the way through to the second bridge. We go in the bottom area. So, just where we were before. Just like where we were before, up top of there, the triggered. We're just, yeah, right about there, we triggered it, but now we're in the bottom. Now we just stick here. Sometimes a ghost spawns here, just try and drive past as fast as you can if possible, or hijack it. So far, nothing. Pretty good. Okay, so we go back through here, and let's see. Okay. So then we go through here. Oh yeah, then we're gonna get some more fuel rods. We got one. There was one back there I showed you that we didn't pick up because we kind of don't really need it. And then there's 2 more here. So we're gonna go over here, pick up this one, and one more over at this little section here. So once we go through here, yeah, here we go, and pick up some ammo here, and you're full now. You have full fuel rod gun. Now you can choose to just keep the fuel rod gun and just use this instead of the carbine that I'm gonna get later, but I just found the carbine is way more worth it because you just one-shot headshot the enemy. So I just prefer that than what you could do with the fuel rod, because the fuel rod just too much randomness. Okay, so now we're back out. Now what we're gonna do is fly all the way back up. Go back up to here and glide over. Injure myself there a bit. Yeah. Let's see, hold on one second. I just want to make sure I didn't skip anything. Sorry you guys about that. So some situation happened where all of a sudden the recording just stopped. So I went through the entire mission not realizing that it had stopped. So now we're starting back. So this is an additional playthrough that I'm doing now. So yeah, anyways, let's continue off. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue going through here. Don't go too fast because you can spin out of control. I have to go on this side just because it's a little bit easier, but don't fall over. And go down this way, and I kind of boost a little just to make that jump. And then what we're gonna do, same thing as before. We're gonna load. Technically, we can go to the last place, but I'm not sure if the Wraith and Banshees spawn. So what we're gonna do here is, again, this is completely probably not even necessary, but I'm doing it just because I want to make sure that everything's spawned in. So I'm gonna go like this. Okay, and then we just do the same thing we just did before, except we're just gonna, oh wait, that's right, we're gonna go all the way back over here. So but unfortunately there's no real easy solution to this, and I don't want to fall off the map. So okay, so oops. Oh boy. Oh no. That was scared me a little bit there. I thought I was gonna fall down. Okay, so just continue off the same way before, just instead of having to walk the entire time, we now have a ghost. And I'm just gonna go all the way here. Again, this might not even at all be necessary for what I'm doing. Like, this might have been an entire waste. You guys should probably just skip all this, but I just want to make sure everything's spawned in. So let's see, I think these guys spawned in right down here. Yeah, looks like they're spawned in. Okay, and we're gonna go all the way over here. Sometimes this ghost has issues trying to make these kind of edges. Come on. Come on. There. Oh, of course it does. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're just going all the way here. We're just going in to make sure that the enemies spawn with the vehicles. So let's see. Continue. And once we confirm that they've spawned in, we're good to go. So let's see. Oh, yep, look at that. There you go, you got Banshees and the Wraith spawned in, so we're good. So now we just go back the way we came. And we just, now that we've confirmed everything, we just go back and, oh shoot. Ow, that hurt a little. Oh boy. Slide down slowly. And then we just gotta get back up that hill. Go through here. Oh shoot. Probably need to go further this way. Okay, perfect. So now we're up here. Go back up here. And all we gotta do is just, okay, slide here. Just gotta go over here now. Oh, there we go. We triggered it, actually. I always forget what the trigger is, but it's somewhere along here, and then you set that off. Now we go back the way we came. Oh boy. Yep. Ouch. Damn. Lost almost the whole shield there. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go all the way back. What the heck? What's that banshee doing? Please don't mess up my run. So now what we're doing is we're just going all the way back. All the way back the way we came. I'm not sure why that banshee's all the way outside the map, but yeah, so let's see. What we want to do is come down right here, nice and slow. Just don't want to come down too hard. Oh shit. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to destroy this. I'm going to get my shield back too while I'm at it. And let's see, we can go ahead and take this one out. I don't even know if those things actually damage me or not, but just be safe, I always try to leave immediately. Don't want to find out. Okay, so we go here, go through this. Let's go through here. You pretty much can move anywhere you want, just whatever you do, don't go over there or else you set off a trigger, so don't do that. Okay, and then here's the turret. There's always one around here. Usually there is. I guess not in this location. That's weird. I thought there was. Okay, I'm gonna go that and go here. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna plug that in. Okay, so that's destroyed. And now we're gonna go over here. for some reason, it's not always consistent, but sometimes a grunt will still be alive. So be careful and just mow him down if he's still alive. I don't think it's here though, I think it's actually further up. Right, we're gonna go ahead and destroy the third Wraith, or not Wraith, cannon. Let's go here. And make sure there's no turrets, because those things can mow you down super easy. The enemy gets them. I think there's one here. Okay, so we're good. Let's go ahead and... Okay, there you go. Okay. Now we need to go over here, and we're going all the way back to where we started originally. Go up here, and there might... Yeah, there's the grunt. I knew it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we triggered all the checkpoints right now.
Defenses have been weakened, but there are still heavy guns firing from your area. Find them and destroy them.
Now, let's beat along. Okay, so let's speed along. So you see these guys come in. That's good. What you want to do is you don't want to trigger that checkpoint at that gate, because you're going to need that later. So we're just going to go back, and we're going to go get a Banshee now. This is going to be the fun part.
Arbiter, what do you expect?
Okay. Oh shoot.
My weapons are ready.
Slowest fall over ever. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Go up the hill. Okay, up the hill we go. Okay, right over here. Back down. Go back up this corner. Very careful not to fall in. Okie dokie. So we're just gonna keep going. Go down, boost. Go here. Go down. And then hit the trigger zone. Okie dokie. Right about, there we go. Okay, and we just go here. Wait, that's right, I keep forgetting. Gotta go back up the hill. Back up the hill we go. Okay, go, 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 go. And then I keep falling over. Okie dokie, keep going this way. Keep climbing, keep climbing. Don't worry, we can keep getting back shields. That's the beauty of this mission, is you can keep just taking damage and just keep getting back your shields. But if you did everything right, you should now notice, let's get over here. Let's see, right over here. You should notice that the ghosts are now empty. So you're all good. There's still gonna be enemies over there, but for the most part you're good. We're just gonna keep going. You can go over here too, just to check it out. Let's see real quick. Where are they at? Yeah, you can still see that there's not ghosts, but specters and a spirit over there that's still alive. They are not affected, but we keep going. Yeah, over there the ghosts are now empty, but we're going for a Banshee. Yeah, see this here? Totally despawned. And I think there's a Banshee somewhere down there. Let's see if we can find the Banshee. That'd be very unfortunate if there's no Banshee, but yeah. Banshee just literally speeds us along, and it also is important to get our next checkpoints because it's a lot harder to pull off with a Ghost. I would even say restart your run if somehow you don't get the Ghost. Or don't get the Banshee. Okay, so we're done here. Oh, shoot. Don't worry, we're gonna just get back our shields anyway, so... Oh, there's our Banshee. Just gonna go down here. There we go. Okay, so we're just gonna go over here and get some of our shields back. Oh! Wow. That is the first. I've never had that happen. All my times playing. That's the first. Okay. Okay. Can I just go down? Yeah, I don't want to go in there and trigger more enemies, so I'm just gonna hop down. If there's any more rubble I can melee. You know what? Might as well, since the Banshee's right there. Okay, so just keep breaking these, and just to be safe, I'm going to break one more. Something small, so it's easy. There we go. So now that we got the Banshee, now we just get back in, and we're going to fly all the way back to the missions. So we're going to try and hit a bunch of checkpoints here.
Who gave these heretics armor? We cannot let them keep the high ground.
We're gonna go back through almost all this. We're gonna skip though what's it called?
We're in its sights. Pull back, we are outmatched.
We're gonna skip the one section where the AI are still alive over there. We're not even gonna bother with that. But we will go back through the tunnel instead. What we want to effectively do is hit a bunch of loading and checkpoint zones. This will despawn a bunch of unnecessary enemies, as well as, oops, I forgot I gotta go through here. Where are they at? Where are they at? Yeah, right over there, so I gotta, oh shoot. Keep going through, keep going through. And again, you can fly really high at least. Your goal is that you want to trigger a bunch of checkpoints and load zones. So we're just going to fly through it normally. But if you see the enemies, like, get out of there, don't take any damage. Okay. There we go. Did all this, but don't hit that trigger point yet. We're going to do that in a few moments. What we're going to do is we're going to go right here and take out the remaining enemies.
We have a secure landing zone. The time has come to find the heart of this heresy and tear it to pieces.
Again, we're just going to keep doing this. We're just going to stay over here and just shoot them from a distance.
our way. These pieces are weaker than the others. Use your vehicle's weapons to clear a path.
I hope I didn't trigger a checkpoint. Let's see. There we go. Took a few out. What we want to do is find any ones that have carbines. Any of those elites that have carbines, we want to pick up their weapon. Oh, we got a few enemies over here. Unfortunately, I don't know where all the carbine elites spawn, so we want to find like every enemy and just kill them all. So just keep going until you wiped out this entire section, and you want to clear it out because you're gonna need to clear all the enemies for the next part. Just keep going around, keep finding any enemies. Wow, wow. Boy, that didn't go so well. Let's get some, oh shoot. Yep, oh boy, I think I spawned him in. Gotta be very careful because I lost a lot of shields there. Oh shoot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go around. See if I can get my shields back. Oh shoot. Just keep gunning away at them. Take some time. Okay, so I did not see that one. Killed him, I think. Let's see. Is there any more around here at least? Oh, yep, there is. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through here and try to get my shields back. I think we cleared all the enemies. Let me just be 100% sure. Oh, wait, nope. Okay. The goal here is that you want to get as much health back as you can and get the ammo you need. So let's see, is there anything here? There is a carbine here. Yeah, we're just going to noob combo the hell out of the final enemies, so you want to get these. If not, you're going to be stuck with fuel rod. Let's see, I saw one over here somewhere. If you need to, just destroy this. Okay, let's go back and kill off the final enemies over here. There we go. Okay, got him. Got him. Okay, they should be all dead. Let's see. Make sure. I'm just gonna do a quick sweep to make sure there's no other enemies around. Oh, yep. There we go. Where are you at? Be very careful because I lost my shields again. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, get our shields back. Make sure to grab carbine on the way. Okay, so what we're gonna do is melee this. There we go. And what you gotta do is kind of drive through here. But when you see the enemies, double back. And I think 3 more will spawn in because of it. If not, I think we may have already triggered them to come in. I think we did. So in that case, we can just fly to the end now. We don't even have to worry about the rest. So just go back the way, all the way through. And we're just gonna keep going through. Let's see. All the enemies probably spawned in here, I think. If there's any banshees, just immediately fly out of the area. Okay, let's fly here. We'll get a new banshee, but it's kind of pointless because we're just flying to the end now. And remember, if you took a lot of damage, make sure to get some more shields, because you're going to need full health and full shields at the end. dokie. And here you are. All the enemies are dead. The only one you have to worry about is the spirit. The spirit may still be alive.
Block this path. They were destroyed.
Okay, so the spirit might still spawn in, but yeah, just watch out for it. I tried getting a Banshee and a Ghost in there. I don't know if maybe I need to spawn it somewhere over here. I'm not sure where the spot is, but I tried getting it through, and it's kind of pointless trying to get up through. Once you get to a certain section over here, it despawns you, or it kind of just teleports you as on foot to the next section. So once you get past this section right here, it just teleports you. And I tried throwing a Ghost in there and a Banshee, and it just doesn't work. Okay, and this is the spot where I kind of left off at, and I re-recorded, so you might hear some weird, like, me going oh fuck, because I forgot to record up to this point. So, but yeah, you're going to continue here, and you're going to activate this checkpoint. And yeah, and then the rest of the video I'll show you what happens.
The prophets have betrayed you, as they would betray us all.
Okay, so what you want to do first is camo,
as their instrument.
And go up here.
You may tire, but I shall not.
So take a moment and assess the situation. So you're gonna have 2 grunts over on that side, 2 grunts on this side, and a total of 8 elites, but currently 6 are spawned in. There's going to be 2 over on this side, 2 more in the center, and 2 on the left. When you get down to 1 elite left, 2 more are going to spawn in. What you want to be careful of is the 2 elites that do spawn in are a lot smarter. For some reason, I don't know why, but they dodge way better than any of the others. And for some reason, these 2 don't have camo. Don't know why, but they just don't. So what you want to do is you want to target these guys first. These guys on this side are going to be way harder to deal with later when the other 2 elites spawn in. So you want to get rid of them first and then work your way this way, because these guys are easier to bait. And also that grunt right there, he's going to become important later. But for now, we're just going to focus on these guys. So let's take a moment and let's do a little charge here. And I'm going to look at this elite. You ready? Here we go. That's 1. Here we go, that's 2. Well, that sucked. Oh my god, I hate those elites so much. Let's see. Okay.
I have more blood to spill.
Let's throw a grenade to get them out of there. There we go. Oh shoot, they already spawned in. Okay. So let's see. Please tell me that... I thought I was only when there was 1 more, but maybe I was wrong. Okie dokie. Oh, I am out of ammo. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come this way. And as you jump down, you're going to cloak. And what we want to do is we want this Grunt. We want to get in this position so the Grunt's over here. We want to give him a little headshot. And it doesn't always work, unfortunately. In that case, it did not. So we're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. So I'm gonna try and see if I can grab one of these guys' plasma rifles. Climb back up here. Damn it. That's not gonna work, so let's see if we can just get rid of these guys real quick. Oh, that's not working. It's not gonna work. Okay, so I'm gonna have to come down, find another way to do this. But I need to be careful because I don't want to trigger these guys. I need to somehow get their attention though. Hey, over here, guys. Come on, one of you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cloak, get really close. I'm gonna try and aggro them. Oh! I got so close.
Where are your prophets now? The prophets chose you as their instrument. Pathetic. You may tire, but I shall not. Where are your prophets now? The prophets chose you as their instrument. Pathetic. You may tire, but I shall not. I would rather die by your hand than let the prophets lead me to slaughter. Who has taught you these lies? The Oracle.
Hello, I am 343 Guilty Spark. I am the monitor of Installation 04.
Ask the Oracle about Halo.
More questions?
How they would sacrifice us.
His edification was most enjoyable.
Excellent work, Arbiter. That is the Oracle. So it is. Come. We are leaving this system.